News 3 WSIL. Here's what's happening right now.
Welcome to News 3 at 4. I'm Amanda Posniak, filling in for Rachel Gardner. Our team following several stories for you this afternoon. This includes one state in our region looking to ease the burden on residents following the recent storms. A look into how lawmakers are trying to fix this ahead. Plus, be money aware. Officials say fake currency is spreading around the community. How officials are pushing to raise awareness. And a showdown at the White House today as President Trump hosts a foreign leader and accuses him of mismanagement. A look at that exchange ahead.
Plenty of sunshine out there, temperatures in the 70s. We keep it dry all through the evening hours, but changes on the way. We're tracking some showers. I'm Jonathan Weaver. Of the Storm Track 3 forecast coming up.
We've got you covered from WSIL. This is News 3 at 4.
First at 4 today, our team is working to learn more after 2 workers are electrocuted while on the job in Cape Girardeau County. Here's what we know today. This happened yesterday morning near the intersection of East Jackson Boulevard and Walton Drive in Jackson. Jackson Fire and Rescue says 2 people were working on a light pole and were electrocuted. Both workers sustained injuries and were taken to the hospital. This is a developing story. We'll keep you posted with any updates. Also developing today, authorities in Carbondale are investigating fake money circulating into the community. Police say the counterfeit money was printed on genuine U.S. currency paper, but the dollar amount was changed. This means a detection pen would show those notes as valid. Carbondale police are encouraging the public and businesses to take their time verifying bills. A Carbondale community resource officer says there are slight differences people can be on the lookout for counterfeit bills.
Things like microprinting, color shifting printing, there's watermarks, there's some security striping. So sometimes it may only take just a quick look. If you know what you're looking for, look and see. Is there a security strip that I can see in there when I'm holding up the light that tells me that yes, it is for that denomination of the bill?
He says if counterfeit currency is found, the police should be contacted. Carbondale police are also investigating a possible shooting. Officials responded this morning to the 300 block of South Cedarview Street for a report of shots fired. They instructed the public to avoid the area. About 90 minutes later, they reported no active danger to the community and say the incident is under investigation. In all, officers were on scene for about 5 hours. 2 people are wanted in Williamson County, and the sheriff's office is asking for your help finding them. First is 57-year-old Gordon Urian of Marion. He is wanted on a charge of possessing meth. The other is 29-year-old Dustin Hayes of Heron. He faces a charge of helping in the possession and sale of a stolen vehicle. Anyone with any information on either of these men is encouraged to contact the Williamson County Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen. One woman in the custody in Franklin County is accused of shooting her husband. This is a look at 49-year-old Clarissa Shilley of Mount Vernon. A man called the sheriff's office claiming to be Shilley's husband, saying she shot him. Deputies responded, but she had fled. Authorities in Jefferson County then found Shilley a short time later and arrested her. The gunshot victim is expected to be okay. Shilley faces a long list of charges, which you can find on WSILTV.com. One local first responder is being honored for a long career serving the public. Assistant Chief Mike Rischel is retiring from the Carbondale Fire Department after 31 years. Officials with the Office of the Illinois State Fire Marshal were on hand to present Rischel with a plaque to say thank you. Rischel spent more than 27 of those 31 years as a firefighter in Carbondale. Today, we're getting a new look at the devastation following severe weather across the states in our region. This is a view of London, Kentucky, one of the areas hardest hit in the Commonwealth. And another look is in the view of our region of Marion, where an EF4 demolished dozens of homes and injured several residents. And finally, we have views of St. Louis, Missouri, where officials say more than $1 billion of damage was sustained. In the wake of these storms, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe is looking to support residents by easing the path to prescription drugs. Yesterday, Governor Kehoe signs an Executive Order 2524. This measure allows Missouri residents to get refills of prescription medicine if it was lost or destroyed in the storms. And this is only temporary. Residents have until June 30th to take advantage before previous rules will go back into effect.
We had a lot of sunshine all across the region today. Temperatures got into the 70s. We'll keep it great through the evening hours. And then later on tonight, we'll add in a chance for a spotty shower, mainly down to our south and west, and then spotty showers in the afternoon hours of your Thursday, mainly north and east in sections of our viewing area. And then we increase the chances for rain for all of us as we head into the holiday weekend, showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures in the 70s right now, near 70 in Harrisburg, near 80 down in Connecticut, middle 70s here around Cape Girardeau, Paducah, and in Sykeston. So here's what we're tracking over the next couple of hours. We're going to stay rain-free, plenty of sunshine. We'll toss in a few high-level clouds here or there as we head through 6, 7, 8 p.m. And then we'll be tracking a storm system down to our south and west here. So southeastern Missouri, our southwestern counties in our viewing area have the chance for seeing a spotty shower through the overnight hours. Might give us a chance for a thunderstorm and maybe some small hail. Otherwise, we're all looking pretty good. Temperatures falling out of the 70s into the upper 60s by 9 p.m. to an overnight low. That's going to be cool in the 50s. We're tracking those shower chances along with bigger rain chances in time for the holiday weekend while the rest of your Storm Track 3 forecast coming up.
Making national headlines today, President Trump hosting the president of South Africa to the White House. The two getting into a fiery exchange about recent events happening overseas. ABC's Perry Russum reports.
Tense moments today in the Oval Office. President Trump confronting the president of South Africa with unfounded allegations of a genocide of white farmers happening in his country.
We have hundreds of people, thousands of people trying to come into our country because they feel they're going to be killed and their land is going to be confiscated.
President Cyril Ramaphosa denies there's a white genocide.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The farmers are black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black.
Trump holding up articles he claims are stories about the killing of white farmers.
Death, death, death.
Trump playing a video he says shows burial sites of white farmers in South Africa. Ramaphosa questioning where the video was recorded.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen.
The Trump administration welcoming dozens of white South Africans to the U.S. a week and a half ago, granting them refugee status, as the administration is ending the temporary protective status of Venezuelans and Haitians.
The issue in South Africa is not white genocide. The issue in South Africa is crime. If you take into consideration that 75 people are murdered in South Africa every day, out of every 100,000 people, 45 of them are being killed in South Africa. Those numbers are very similar to war-torn countries.
The White House still has not provided any evidence of a genocide happening in South Africa. When Trump was asked what he wants South Africa to do, he replied, "I don't know." Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, coming up, it's no secret it's been an active spring in terms of storms. But what goes into the warning the public about the dangers involved? Our team will be joined in studio with an official from the National Weather Service to explain their process.
What's that?
Oh. Justin Gibbs?
That's
Oh, would you say your name and count
yeah,
5?
Justin Gibbs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're good. I was like, can you say his name? Welcome back. Our region has seen its share of severe weather recently. That's included winds, rain, and even tornadoes. I'm joined now by Justin Gibbs. He's one of the lead forecasters for the National Weather Service in Paducah. Justin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here.
So when we see severe weather like we did on Friday, could you tell us the role that the National Weather Service plays before and after?
Yeah, absolutely. Our first role is to analyze the weather, analyze all the information that's coming in, determine if anything dangerous is going to be coming up in the next 7 or 8 days. And then we start to let folks know, hey, here's what's happening. It's going to be a good day, going to be a stormy day. We let the general public know, you and your family. We let our media partners know, emergency management, first responders, state and local governments. So basically, our job is to let everybody know before the storm gets there that there's going to be a risk. That way, when the tornado warning goes out or the severe thunderstorm warning, that people can take shelter, because usually then you've only got about 7 or 8 minutes. So being prepared, ready to go, and then when the warning comes out that you can react. And then after the storm, we assess what happened with our surveys, rating the tornadoes, determining what was tornadic and what wasn't. And then we determine kind of what our forecasts look like, what our warnings look like, where we could be better, where we're pretty good, whatever it is that needed to be done. So we'll evaluate that so we can get better later.
Right. And then what does that process look like serving an event like the size of the one we had?
Yeah, when you have an event of this size, you work the tornado event, and then you say, okay, where has the worst damage occurred? What damage might be cleaned up, before we can get to it? Who do we have available? Because sometimes we have events coming later, and then we make a map, and we go out, start working through the track, working through with the emergency managers to locate that damage, and then get a look at sort of the peak of it to begin to assess it. So a couple months ago, it took us about 2 weeks to get everything done, where with this event, we had intense but fewer tornadoes, so we're for the most part been able to get things done a little bit more rapidly than we have in the past.
Right. You mentioned, it's a little bit different than the past for sure. Do you ever come across things that might surprise you during these surveys? Yeah,
pretty regularly you'll come across things either meteorologically that are surprising in that, man, I really thought we would have a big tornado based on what we saw, and we don't, or this is a little stronger than what the radar would have suggested. And then also just the chaos of the scene, where you can have immense damage where a building is destroyed or down to its foundation, but there's a teddy bear laying off to the side of the bushes or things like that. Like the enormous chaos in terms of, and this was really tore up, and then this was mostly left alone, and trying to figure out how that happened, which for the most part it's impossible, but to think that the atmosphere can do these things, is always humbling and kind of awe-inspiring when you go out there and see the damage.
Yeah, and it's fair to say we've had our fair share of severe weather this year specifically. Is this out of the ordinary for your team to see?
Yeah, we're up to 54 tornadoes in our area of responsibility, which includes most of this region. which is above average for the year, and we're early in the year. Now, we are coming out, hopefully, out of our peak of a severe weather season, so we'll hopefully not end up with too much more than that. So we're above average. We're not, oh my goodness, world record average, but this has definitely been busier than normal, especially over the course of the last 2 months.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Well, now we'll take a look at our full forecast with meteorologist Jonathan Weaver.